Welcome back. Today we are here talking about takedown pins. So this video is for my people that are new to ARs or just need a refresher course. Your takedown pins is what separates your upper receiver from your lower receiver. So right here I'll pop out my rear takedown pin, and that will allow you to shotgun your AR. So shotgun means folding the top part down. So this gives you access to your trigger, your bolt catch, your safety, and your buffer assembly. So if you were to separate it completely, you would just push in this front takedown pin, and now your gun is completely apart. So if you noticed, I took this apart pretty easily. So these takedown pins actually work pretty nice. These came stock with the Smith & Wesson Sport 2, so I never changed them out. On the other hand, on this gun, the stock takedown pins didn't work so well, so I upgraded them. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Should you upgrade your takedown pins? Well, it just depends. If you have to take a bullet or some kind of tool to get this rear takedown pin open, then you need to upgrade your takedown pins. Because in the situation that you have a bad malfunction, sometimes you cannot drop the magazine. Sometimes you have to pop it open to get access in here and to clear the malfunction. So if you have to go digging around for another tool, then you need to upgrade your takedown pins. So the takedown pins are probably one of the cheapest upgrades you can do. For about $15, you can get a solid set of takedown pins. I run Strike Industry Pivot takedown pins on this gun, on that one. So I like the ones that Strike Industries has. They're about $9, so they're pretty solid. Like I said, this one, it still has the stock takedown pins on them. But like I said, if you can't shotgun it and get to your bolt for malfunctions, then you need to upgrade them. It's pretty cheap. Also, this allows you to clean. So whenever you're cleaning, if you notice it's kind of hard to pull it apart, either you need to clean out your pivot pin holes or give it some lube, or you just need to upgrade them. So this will give you access to everything you need right here, your bolt, your charging handle, and stuff like that. So that's enough on that gun. So my primary loadout. So this has the Strike Industries takedown pins. So on this far side, they stick out a little farther. That way you have more meat to kind of push through to the other side. So you just push through like that, and then it gives you a nice little head to pull through just like that. So that's why I kind of prefer these, because they're cheap and they just work well. The other ones are like $25-$30. I mean, I'm not for spending that kind of money, but if you want to, hey, go ahead. There's some cool golden, they have some cool golden ones, or like some nice shiny purples. If you want to spend the money, do it. I eventually will. I wanted to put some gold ones on that one. I just haven't yet. I will eventually. But it's just all your preference. It's pretty simple to do. I'll do a video. I'll show you at the end. All you need is about like a little pick, because you have to pull back the detent, and then a way to put in your new front pivot pin, and then you'll need an armor's wrench to back off this castle nut. So those are pretty much the only 3 tools you'll need to replace your pivot pins. So if you have a couple ARs, or you plan on doing your own modifications in the future, that armor's wrench is around $80. You can get it cheaper, you can get it more expensive. But if you plan on doing customization in the future, I recommend you go ahead and invest in that now, or borrow from somebody else. But you need to get something like that. But you should be able to pop it open and shotgun it just like that. So if you can't do that, go on Primary Arms, Optics Planet, cheaper than dirt, somewhere. Drop $10, get some pivot pins, slap them in there. If you can't do it, I'll show you at the end. My videos isn't the greatest. There's other videos out there. Some people will explain it better than I can, and then some things I can explain better than other people can. Go shop around, watch other people, see how they do it. That's how I learned. I didn't know how to do this stuff. And then you just watch YouTube and then you learn. So go out, get you some pivot pins. And if you don't know how to do it, if you already got the pivot pins, I will show you. So stand by. Okay, so you determine you want to change out your takedown pins. So first, you're gonna make sure the rifle's clear. So we're clear. Then you'll use your takedown pins to separate the upper from the lower. Like that. So we'll put the upper in a safe place. Then you either need a vice block, these are around $30 or so, or you can use a magazine and jam it in there. But for today we will use the vice block. Put that in there. So luckily for you guys, changing the takedown pins are pretty easy. For the front takedown pin, really all you need is kind of a curved pick. You can get this at Home Depot, on Amazon, and whatnot. Okay. So now that we have the upper and lower separated, you're gonna start with your front takedown pin. So there's a little detent right there. That is what's keeping your front takedown pin in. So you'll push it in a little bit to get it out of that front hole. And you'll take your little curved pick and you wanna pull that detent back. That way it's not in the channel anymore. So right there, I got it pushed back, and you should twist it. And now if you can twist your takedown pin, damn it. If you can twist your takedown pin, that means it's free. So from here, all you gotta do is pull it out without the channel. You don't wanna get stuck in the channel again or you'll have to pry it out. So from here, you'll pull it out, but make sure that detent spring doesn't shoot out, because there's a spring in there and it is spring loaded. So I'll usually cut my hand and you'll just pull it straight out. So there's the spring, or the detent that came out. And there's the spring. So if this does shoot out, you can get, they're called oops kits. You know, it launched in wherever you did it at, it's gone. You can reorder these. Okay. So you have your hardware, you got your takedown pins. Your front takedown pin will be the one with a smooth side, the rectangular one, because you got your rear and you got your front pin. So we'll take our front takedown pin. Today I'm going to be using the Real Avid takedown tool. It's about $10 on Amazon. Makes it pretty easy. So all you'll do is put that there, put the other thing through it, then you'll put your spring in this front hole. So you'll put that spring in first, make sure it goes through. Then you'll put your detent. And then you'll take whatever they call this thing, and that'll push everything into that chamber. So now that everything's pushed in there, you'll flip this up and pull this out. So now it's ready for a little Indiana Jones switcheroo. So as you're pulling out with this red piece, you'll be pushing in on the left side with your takedown pin. It'll just be a quick little swap, and there's your front takedown pin. There you go, not too bad. So to do your rear takedown pin is a little more tricky because you have to remove the castle nut. So to do that, you'll need an armor's wrench. So this is how you take off your castle nut. This one runs about $80. It gets a little pricey, but if you plan on doing maintenance to your weapons, you might as well get it. So first we will take out our buffer spring. So that's out. And then go ahead and crack our castle nut. Okay. So then you just back off that castle nut. Watch that back base plate because there is a spring in there. And then to remove your rear takedown, let's see if we can shake it out a little bit. And this one just needs a little motivation with a pick that does not have grease on it. There we go. So the detent's already in there, so I'll go ahead and put my takedown pin in. You want that little channel facing the rear because that's where that detent will be going into. So it'll go in right there. That's pretty snug. There we go, just had some paint on it. Guess not, Jesus. Let me get a Okay, there we go. So, place your rear takedown pin in. You'll put your spring back. And then you'll push your back plate forward, and then you'll tighten your castle nut back on. And you go ahead and try it. So make sure it holds. Try and pull it all the way out. Make sure that retention, that detent holds it from sliding all the way out. So it looks like it is. I'll take my armor's wrench. Tighten the castle nut back up. And last but not least, put your buffer spring back in. And then you grab your upper. And that's how you change out your takedown pins. Thanks for watching that video, you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It'll help the channel. If there's something you want to see, let us know in the comments. We'll make sure to get it done. Check us out on Instagram, see what we're up to, see what's coming up next, and we'll see you next time.